Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do a reading today. I have a feeling that it is divine masculine energy that wants to relay a message, and I just want to get right into it. If you guys are wanting to book a session with me, I updated my availability for the next couple of weeks. I'm having trouble speaking right now. There's definitely something going on with the throat chakra. I just recorded a healing for speaking your truth, being the truth, speaking the truth, and speaking it through the veil of fear, where the fear comes from. And I did a massive light language healing in order to help release that. For me, it's my first light language recorded healing that I've done for you. So it's me in my truth and working through my fear when it comes to that, and speaking my truth in order to be the empathic healing for that as a way shower. And I really hope that you take advantage of that and really feel the deep, deep, deep down healing that comes from speaking your truth and being your truth, and not letting fear dictate your life to you and tell you lies. So, all right, let's get into, thank you, the message from this divine masculine. So the card that came out is Breathe, and it is number 29 card. For some of you, they're telling me age 29, so it could be that they're validating for you that this is from your divine masculine, that he's 29 years old, or this is a reflection of something happened when you were 29 years old, or something like that. But also it breaks down to the number 11, so a very divine number. And the first thing that he wants to say is, this message is divine, okay? No matter what happens in the 3D, no matter what has happened between you guys, the message of love from the divine masculine is divine energy. That's what he keeps saying. It's divine. This message is divine. No matter what has happened between us, this message is of pure divine connection between us. And it's saying to breathe. He's saying to breathe. It's like, it's okay. You know that when you get worked up about something and you get really upset and you're in the middle of the energy of it, and there's just things that are being purged and you can't see straight and you're just crying the ugly cry on the couch. It's that soothing kind of just breathe, because that's where all the answers are. That's where the calm is, that's where the peace is, and that's where the clarity is. So breathe. There's more exploring that you need to do when it comes to breath. There's more reliance that you need to be placing on breath. It really is the simplest form of getting yourself into alignment, especially like me if you're an air sign. Breath work, different breath work techniques are your go-to. They are what are going to help to ground you and get you back into center and back into who you are. It's obviously a really blue card too, and this has to do with the throat chakra again, speaking your truth, being your truth, breathing in the truth of you. That's what he wants to start with right now. I'm going to look on the bottom of this too. New life. So this is the number 39 card. That may relate to some of you if you're 39, or if your divine masculine is 39, or if that number rings true for you. They're showing me 369 and the sacred geometry of 369, and how powerful those numbers are. So the 39 also breaks down to the number 12 or the number 3. I'm seeing the number 12 as if this is number 11 and then number 12. Just breathe, because what comes after this is a new life. This moment in time, this now moment, getting yourself rooted and grounded in these now moments, is taking you forward into your new life. And it's stopping you from being dragged back into old energies. That's what he's wanting you to know, that this time, this kind of frozen time between the two of you is leading to something really beautiful and new, and it's like a new awakening. You're getting ready to break free of the shell that you didn't realize you had around you. So for now, just breathe, because it's leading to something beautiful. Even if that place that you're in right now is separation, even if that thing is like no communication, if it means that you're unsure of what it is that's happening with you on your journey, just sit in the now moment and get grounded, because it's really getting ready to open up to something really beautiful. Whether that is between the two of you, just for you, whatever that is, just breathe into the space and get the guidance for yourself. And just know that it's beautiful. Whatever is coming up is beautiful. Detach from the need to know what that looks like. Release the fear that holds you back. And I hear that too. Stop holding yourself back. Get out of your own way. Just wanting to tell you to get out of your own way. All right, now let me lay a spread. 303 on my clock right now too. 303. Mind, body, and spirit is the number 3 for me. I always hear that. The Holy Trinity. The 303. So the 3 on the feminine side, the 3 on the masculine side, and in the middle is this 0 point. Getting into alignment for the divine feminine on her own, balancing mind, body, and spirit is so important. And it feels like this separation, the 0 that's in between those two 3s, the way that I see it, the masculine is doing the same thing on his side too, balancing mind, body, and spirit for himself within his own understanding of who he is. You doing the same thing is what's going to enable you guys to come back to a 0 point together again. Spread for some of you who are learning to read cards. This is going to be the Celtic Cross, and it's one of my favorite ones that kind of tell the whole story of the situation of what's going on. I'll talk through the different positions too, and as I lay them out, I say what the position is in my head. So this one here is the current energy. Current energy around the situation, the current energy around the divine masculine. You can ask specifically for what you would like the clarity on. I'm just going to say the current energy around the situation right now. The one that crosses it is the overlying energy that overlies the entire thing. So this card is going to be related to most of the cards within this entire spread. Past issues. That one is very charged, and I almost can't take my hand off of it. It's like stuck to it. Maybe that's a part of his message, that the energy is somehow stuck here in past issues. Recent past, crowning thoughts, and those would be the divine feminine or divine masculine's crowning thoughts right now. Near future energy. That one feels very cold. It feels very cold for some reason. I don't know what that means, but fears, masculine fears, the way he's viewing the situation, hopes and dreams, and outcome. I always do 2 outcome cards. The outcome can also be, if this is the divine masculine speaking to you, it can also be what it is overall that he wanted to say, what the whole message is. What is it that he wanted to say in the first place? okay? There's also 1, 2, 3, 4 cards here on the side that give kind of a backstory, and this is usually how I lay them out. Gives you a backstory about the connection between you guys, or you know, whatever it is, backstory of what he's wanting to say. Usually start with those and just get an idea of the situation, where he's coming from, what's happening. This feels like a time of really, obviously, setting down burdens. Taking time to set down burdens, and he feels like he's telling you, Divine Feminine, that while he's doing this over here, you're always so defensive. You get kind of defensive about laying down burdens, about, you know, you have one of these burdens, one of these wands in your hand right now, and it feels like she's really holding tight to that. She's very defensive about something. She's defensive about something from the past, some sort of burden that she's carrying, and it's hard for her to let it down. I'm seeing witch energy in this also, and the way that this door is lit up back here, it feels like it may be connected to past lives where she was persecuted as a witch. But it feels like the message in this is kind of, instead of being defensive towards that lifetime or the energy of that, the burden of that lifetime, to finally put it to rest, to understand your role in it, your power, the power that you had then in that lifetime, and the role that you played in how things went down is what I'm hearing. It feels like you're working on that energy right now, and he is over here like slowly moving away from that. You're focused on laying your burdens down, and it's like that. It feels like there is some sort of karmic attachment, karmic cord connected to that lifetime that keeps you there. And you're scared of the energy that comes through when portals get opened and your light gets expanded. You're defensive about the energy that comes through that portal, and so you're constantly defending yourself, but also constantly looking back. And he's just wanting to move forward. He's wanting to move forward, and you can see that as she's turned back here with all this fire and all of this energy and all of this movement, all of these wands, all of this movement is facing backward. He's wanting to move forward, and he's slowly been moving forward towards abundance. He just wants happiness. He really, it feels like this is heavy on his back. That the energy of this has been sitting on his back for a while, and you looking in the shadows, you doing, there's an energy that holds you back over here, and he's felt the weight of that for a while, and he's just slowly trying to get away from that, because he sees here, he sees the bright sun, beautiful, abundant, prosperous future here ahead. Current energy. 9 of Pentacles. So this current energy to me says single. So if you needed any confirmation about, whether this is in separation, not in separation, it definitely feels like the energy of separation, that you guys are feeling single right now, but enjoying the space and not prosperity, but the abundance of being single and the space, enjoying the space, learning just being able to breathe. That's what that feels like. That's his current energy. And the overlying energy, I love this. The overlying energy is the 6 of Wands. And my recording said 1441 when I looked at it. 1441 it's a mirror number, obviously. So as I was saying, success, victory, merge, There's the sun and the moon. And all of the wands are here. They are, stable and successful. And it feels like taking the time right now, taking the time to focus on yourself, focus on himself. He's really confident. It's a very, very confident energy in leading to feeling happy, feeling joy, feeling abundant. Right now, this single time period is really leading both of you towards successful abundance. That means happiness, that means joy, that means financial abundance, that means flow, that means releasing and laying down of burdens. Past issues, a lot of healing going on. A lot of healing. And a lot of wishes being sent into the universe. This is in the past issues position, though. So it's been an issue because there's been so much of it going on. There's been so much healing happening and so many desires put out there into the universe. It's time to sit back and let them start to manifest and let yourself sit in the abundance of and the bounty of the work that you've done. This has been an issue. There's all the healing that's happened between you guys. All the healing that's happened on your end, on his end, between you. It's been a lot. Recent past. Queen of Swords. Something real sharp. There were some sharp words. There was a sharp energy. I just keep hearing sharp, and I can hear the sound of the sword, like shing, like she knows what she knows, and it came across really, the Queen of Swords is very intuitive. She's very well spoken. She's very, I hear, outspoken, but the communication that happened was very sharp. And even though it may have been guided by clarity and by intuition and spiritual guidance, the words and the communication was very sharp. So, crowning thoughts right now. I mean, that's pretty badass. 10 of Pentacles for the crowning thoughts. His crowning thoughts is so, this is really amazing. He thinks about the whole world. He thinks about the whole world and I keep hearing abundance. I just keep hearing abundance. The abundance available to it. But also the giving back to the earth and the balance that happens. The balance that happens between, the energetic exchange between you, Mother Gaia, the collective, everyone that's out there. He knows, he can see, he can feel, he can sense, he knows that he's got the whole world in his hands. Let's get a clarifier for that too, actually. Let's see what else he has to say about that. I keep hearing that. I got the whole world in my hands. But the Ten of Pentacles is positive. It's like, he knows what he wants. That's what I heard. He knows what he wants. He wants it all. He wants it all. Thank you. He wants it all. He wants financial abundance and stability. He wants healing. He wants to do his part for the earth and the collective. He knows what he wants. And he's not going to compromise on that, on what it is that the big picture. He knows what he wants. Now, the energy of this definitely feels very Aries driven. And I know we're in Aries right now. It feels very Aries driven. And There's a little bit of fire underneath of it. There's passion, but there's also the need for movement. There's need for movement and control and wanting to move towards these things that he knows, these things that he wants, this picture that he knows is out there. But the energy of this feels a little bit much also. It feels like this kind of needs to be tempered, I hear. The Emperor. All right. Near future. Near future. Ace of Cups. What a beautiful card. This is union energy. This is a merge. This is understanding and peace. The dove is just lit up. And looks like the energy of that. Like in the near future, there's understanding here. There's overflow. There's abundant love. There's new life, new love and new life. There's a new love happening here. I'm going to get a clarifier for that. Thank you. Get another one. All right, I get it. There's a new love. There's a new love happening. New love coming in the near future. Now, is it that your connection is so transformed by all of this that it looks like something new? Or is it a new love? Is it a new love interest? Is it a new person? Is it a new understanding of love? There are so many options of what this new love could be. And so to clarify, what is that? What is it specifically? 2222 on my recording. You're not meant to know. You're not meant to know. But it is decided. These swords are not crossed here like a normal Two of Swords in some of the other decks are. But the asker, the person asking the question, doesn't need to know the answer to that. You need to put your trust in the energy of the universe. Trust your guidance. Trust yourself. Trust the divine masculine. Trust the masculine energy. Just trust that it is for your highest and greatest good, that it is this beautiful new way of understanding love. Your detachment from needing to know, is that a new person? Is it a new love interest? Is it what does that mean, new love? Who is it? Detach from your need to know that, and it results in this coming in sooner, is what I hear. Detach from doubt, too, I hear. Detach from doubt. All right, fear. All right, he's got a little bit of fear connected to... He's got some fear about having walked away and the damage that it's called. 321 on my clock right now. He knows that what he did was right. He knows that what he said and what he communicated was right. He knows that he, won that battle, but at what cost? He has a little bit of fear that he may have that it may be over between you guys. That he may have burned his bridges. That he may have. I hear killed the connection. He's got some fear around that. The way he's viewing the situation is the Moon card. So the way I see this card is the light from this moon is feminine energy, and it's so, so bright, but there is this cloaked, hooded figure that stands just underneath of the feminine, that it constantly moves towards her light, and it's like it haunts her. And it feels like it could be connected to this backstory also. It could be that there is this energy that follows her, that is attached to her from another lifetime, that when her light shines super, super bright, when she steps into her knowing and into expansion and into her power, the energy of this hooded figure steps up in order to dim her light, and it takes her over. It feels like that's what she's been battling against. That's what she's defensive against. But her defensiveness and she ends up, this ends up coming into her realm, and it stands out a lot on this card. It's a secret. It's some kind of secret that keeps coming back. That's how he's viewing the situation. Hopes and dreams. Hopes and dreams are for a new, revitalized way of communicating, of clarity. New clarity is what he really, really wants. New clarity on this whole situation. New clarity on why it is that this keeps happening. He really wants clarity, and he's just so determined, and he's driven, and he's driven by, it feels like an inner child, an inner version of himself that's searching for clarity when it comes to that moon energy, what the secret is, or he really wants to find clarity on that energy. All right, outcome. Okay, so this right here feels like the Five of Swords, feels like his energy, feels like the Page of Swords, wanting to get away from this Queen of Swords. He's really wanting to get away from the haunting of this, the cloaked figure. He really just doesn't want, it's like he's running as fast as he can in the night away from this hooded figure. He wants to shift from that to this light moon energy of all the things that he's always known. He ran from this sharpness, these sharp words, that sharp energy, because he could feel this cloaked figure coming back again. And he's getting away from that now. He's running away from that. He's running away from that, and it feels like for good, towards this. This is what he wants. This is what he knows. This is what he's moving towards. And he had to run. He had to run from this energy. It feels like there's a card in between these, though, that it goes from running to, it almost feels like running away from that darker cloaked figure, that energy, that darkness that overcomes her, the darkness that takes over his divine feminine's energy, is leading him right into everything he's ever known. So that energy, that near future energy, is what is in between this. He's run away from the cloaked figure, the darkness, the fear controlling everything, into a new way of loving, a new way of being. And I think right now we're not meant to see if that's you or if that is someone else. I think it's yet to be determined, depending on your determination to release the past. Fully release the past. Sever the fear bonds that tie you to, could be a past life, could be a past lover, it could be a past relationship, a past belief system. You have to choose to sever the ties from that. Let down your guard, stop being defensive, and move into that light. Step through the threshold and lay your burdens down. And then you'll find out if his moving towards everything he's ever dreamed of includes you or somebody else. Ooh, that's... You have to release your attachments. You have to release your attachments, and this cloaked figure, whether it comes from another lifetime or whatever it is, it resides within you, and it is activated when your light shines brighter. How do you release that? What are you going to do to release that? I just did a light language healing. I don't know if I can't remember if I mentioned that in the beginning of this video or not, but I just did a light language healing towards this very issue right here. It's my first, and I think I did talk to you about it in the beginning. Go over and do that. Go over and do that and see where you stand afterwards. It's time for you to know that that hooded figure is there for you, that it is a piece of you, that it's a part of you, but never let it take you over again. Woo! Good Lord. All right, let's find out what's on the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck. Yes. Ace of Pentacles. Yes. Success. New way of being. A lot of you have just decided, hell yeah, I'm going to let go of that. I'm a warrior. Fear is a liar. I don't lean into that. I love my counterpart so much that I have taken this responsibility on. I understand. I see myself, and I'm going to stand fully in my light. And that's where all of the happiness is. That's what we had looked at here in the very beginning. That's the Sun card. So this energy, this card was on the bottom of the deck. It's the energy that's holding everything up. It's the basis of all of this. And don't forget, the overlying energy card that was on here is the Six of Wands. You can manifest success between you guys. You just have to understand your power. Look at how much brighter that moon is than that cloaked figure. Her power is way brighter than that, than his. New life, new way of being, new job, new money, new abundance, new joy, a new way of feeling, new birth. This is your rebirth. It's like you just breathe right now, breathe through this and set it into motion, okay? Set it into motion for yourself. All right, guys. Thank you so much. If you've made it this far in the video, I want you to put a rainbow emoji down in the comments, and I will pick a couple of cards for a couple of people and put the reading right there in the comments. If you are looking to donate for any of these free readings or for the healings that I'm doing, I'm going to be doing more of them as well. Please go over to Hawk Intuition. You can just hit the donate button and pick any amount or amounts that you want to on there. I'm so grateful. And yeah, I also have an Amazon wish list on there. I just want to thank all of the people who have sent me these new decks of cards. I'm going to be pulling them out more and more, and probably do a live here soon so that I can use some of them. And there's one of them that I haven't opened yet either, so I'll probably do an unboxing, and lots still coming up. So stay tuned. I love you guys. I fucking love you. And I'll talk to you soon.